Bella and her little sister and brother stayed at Bella's grandparents' house for the summer when they were younger. Although the house was next to a cemetery, no one was too worried. Bella's grandpa helped them set up a tent in the backyard. That night, they were up late watching a movie. When it was over, they left their tent and went to sit on the swings in the backyard. Bella began telling stories about the haunted house she used to live in. After a while, something in the cemetery caught Bella's attention. When their eyes adjusted to the dark, they made out a faceless, horned figure looking at them through the darkness. Bella didn't see the figure at first, but when her sister directed her attention to it, she freaked out. They all bolted for the tent, zipping themselves inside. They turned on music to try to help them fall asleep, but it didn't muffle the sounds of a fence shaking, like something wanted to climb over, and a repeating, terrifying bull-like huff. The next morning, they unzipped the tent and went outside. They noticed that Bella had dropped her necklace, a small gold-chained cross pendant, and after searching for a few minutes, they found it right in front of the fence. A black soot filled the grass on the opposite side of the fence, and the posts were slightly burnt. Bella's spine shivered as she connected the events, giving thanks to God for protecting them that night. Bella's grandparents were skeptical, but her sister and mother had also had some strange dealings on the property and believed every word. A few months passed. We refused to camp out in the yard anymore, too afraid after the disturbing experience. Bella's grandmother woke up early one morning and began preparing breakfast for the family. Bella heard clanking from inside the kitchen and got up to help with preparing the food. They sat at the table, cutting potatoes, when they saw lights in the distance. As the blue and red flashes got brighter, they noticed that an ambulance was speeding down the road. It whizzed past their driveway and pulled into their neighbor's house, which was on the other side of the graveyard. Bella and her grandmother walked out into the yard and trotted down the road in their robes. When they arrived at the neighbor's house, there was a body being loaded into the back of the ambulance. It was scorched and burnt, the skin peeling in fistfuls. As the stretcher was collapsed into the ambulance, the arm of the man detaches and flops to the ground. It rolls for a moment, shifting in the gravel. Bella's grandmother gasped as the neighbor emerged from her home, distraught and a face full of tears. The paramedic quickly reaches down and collects the escaped limb. Bella turns away, collecting herself, trying to settle her stomach. She gazes at a burnt section of fence, positioned as a divider for the cemetery. From the darkness, she makes out the subtle silhouette of a faceless horned being. It takes a step forward, but as Bella grips her necklace, it turns and disappears back into the darkness.